Good evening. Friday, the 4th of April. My brother has a birthday today. Happy birthday. 60 years old. Gosh, my baby brother. Okay, and if someone would like to participate in half an hour reading donated by Janet and Tom Burks, please write your comments under this video, which will be posted tomorrow morning, and Monday, when I will have live stream with Cheryl, we will find the lucky person. Okay, tomorrow, big day. 1,400 marches all over the USA. I was saying that people will be protesting, but 1,400, that's a big number. And it will grow more and more. There is no way that it will stop on that number. And it's for entertainment and spiritual reason, this video. So Caroline Stein, Pumpkinhead can't go to Mars because he's using diapers. They will stink up the rocket. Okay. And National Security Agency Chief and Deputy Directors Timothy Hawk and 6 others was dismissed, was fired yesterday. And because Lora Loomer sounds like Stormy Daniels, Lora Loomer, very theatric name. And she urged Trump to fire those security staff, at least 7 people, I think. And she told him that his security guys are not loyal to him. How did she know that? And scare him that they might be planning something. And she is the conspiracy theorist, so she was probably telling him that they didn't want me to see you, they were stopping me, they were controlling me, so get rid of them. Because they know you are a married guy, and I'm 31, and I love you, and they are stopping me, so please get rid of them. And that was probably the reason, because they didn't want her to be all the time a tail of Donald. And is there a real conspiracy going on? Because that's what probably was the reason that he fired 7 guys. And I saw a board of chess, you know, knights and tower and king. And I saw the knight was laying on the side, so the game is started. So those are the casualties, the smaller people. But the king is still there, and it's still probably, it might be still a target. So she might be up to on something. She said that probably that his life is in danger from the security people. And I put the question mark, is it? And yes, she told him that I see. And when I closed my eyes, I saw lightning hitting the tree. There are no other trees, it's just one tree on the field, and the lightning is hitting. So there is something probably going on, and he is afraid. Don is so afraid, he is panicking, and that was the reason he fired them. But was there any conspiracy going on by the security guys? And knock the wood, you know, like we usually are saying knock the wood. Maybe not yet, but showing the rest of the security guys that they are replaceable might start them thinking they will be forced to work with those Trump's new guys. They don't like that. And there might be some smoke, because where there is a smoke, there might be a fire. So maybe there wasn't anything, but knock to the table and the knife, the scissors will start making noise. So I think eventually we will see. I should pull a few cards because I forgot about my cards. I'm talking and talking. Is there anything fishy going on? Was there anything fishy going on? Because 3 cards. Excuse me. No, they were celebrating everything. Now there is a battle between them, and up and down. So it's not everyone was on the same page, and maybe one of the other guys told Loura to get rid of them. They are too scrupulous, they don't let you to visit, done. But will there be something going on now when those good guys were pulled away? Because they were doing their duties. They didn't want her to be all the time on the picture or on the plane, and they might be standing up on Melania's side thinking, oh, we want to protect his image. They were observers, but they will be King of Love, and intuitively we know people will be planning something. Sooner or later there will be someone who will be trying. I'm not saying from security guys, but there will be someone, and the old security guys might not be as eager, be happy to jump in front of the bullets. You know, they have to love him, and right now hardly anyone loves him. Or maybe Lora Loomer. Melania doesn't. Maybe Melania is happy that she has someone who is taking care of the big boy. Okay. As Columbe is the questioner, is there a chance that Melon will throw Don under the bus? I'm sure he knows a lot of secrets. I saw Melon holding scrolls like paper, like plants. So, and there is more scrolls in the box. So he has a lot of things that he can share with people. We have to see what's in the cards. Beginning of new adventure. Going for quite a time. He knows he can stay forever in the Doge. So yeah, he is preparing himself for the tough days. He is not my kind of guy, but at least I think he can make plans for tomorrow. Apparently for 2.5 years he was sleeping in the factory under his desk even. So and the tent he put tent on the roof. He paid for the Tesla production place where they are producing Teslas $1 a year. That's a good deal he has from the government. Surprisingly, he is not the richest guy because he can pull the strings. So Will he throw him under the bus? Will Donald end up under the bus? They will be going the same direction, but then some secrets will be coming out. And yeah, broken relationship, crying about that, losing each other. Oh, I'm already crying, feeling so sorry for both of them. How they cannot be faithful to each other. Okay. What is Donald thinking about his tariffs? That they shock the world and Wall Street. And Wall Street is plunging down. Yeah, those 2 last days were horrific. Tomorrow is day off for Wall Street and Sunday. But when I close my eyes, I think Don thinks he's still in a honeymoon, that he will survive, that he is still in love with his own projection, own creation with Navarro. But Peter Navarro was the one who was helping him to make that baby. Yeah, he still thinks that he will be working on it. He can't sleep anymore. And he wants the security for USA. That's his goal. He's saying that that's what he wants for people to achieve. So he has that illusion like bride or groom. They just got married and they think that everything will be rosy for the rest of their lives. This month we will be reaching 45 years being married. I'm going straight to heaven. My husband probably too. Stock market gets softer by $6.6 trillion in those 2 last days. The spiral on the Wall Street didn't stop. It didn't stop yet. How the Don feels about that is he thinks that he's smarter and he doesn't that all the facts don't exist. He knows how it will be and he will create perfect world in his imagination, but he will fulfill his dreams. Intuitively, we are on the other page, but he still feels like he is the leader of the world, and that helps him to because he was just golfing. He went Thursday golfing. So far, for this weekend, he spent $26 million on golfings since he is a president, 70 few days. And so probably by today he is about 30 few millions, if not more. Treasury Secretary is saying that those tariffs, but that's from White House Treasury Secretary guy, is saying that those tariffs could bring 600 trillion a year. But 6.6 went in 2 days. Will that happen? It was interview with Tucker Carlson. So the Secretary of Treasury had interview with Carlson, and he said, we are expecting about 600 trillion a year. So the task will see it will be like seeing a ghost. So it's hard to see a ghost. Not everyone can see that. But in his imagination, that's what he will see. And So he will see 600 trillion a year. He will share those money, make America safe, but he will not reach that goal. The horse is not full, and it's always not finished job or part-time job. So he thinks he will be able to reach his goals. But Tucker Carlson will buy everything what the White House will tell him, and his people are buying, especially Fox News is selling that as well. But even Murdoch said something opposite. He said it was the stupidest idea. Yeah, Rupert Murdoch. Trump wants the chief federal office to cut the interest rates. He said it's perfect time. Will the Feds cut now the rates? And I saw a tree laying across the road. It's not possible to go through that big, humongous tree. So no, they might have to do it when the road will be easy to drive through. There will be options. No way that they can cut the rates. No, they will be crying about that. They have to play by rules. This guy has the honesty. He's honest. He knows that it will be unfair to cut and they are fighting. White House is fighting with the Feds because they are not obeying the White House orders. Not the first time. I know it's in the first cadency, Don tried to dominate them, and they were saying, slow down. We are not under your supervision. So, how it will be with tariffs in 1 month, 2 months, and 3 months. After first month, I saw a coffin, dead. The second month, under the water, so you can see, but it's still wet, it's under the water, you have to pull it out to dry it, something. And because it's under the flood. And the third month, Trump will have to look at himself in the big mirror, and he's naked, no makeup. So that will be really hard look for him to swallow. He probably is going and looking different directions. That's the reason he had so many boxes in the bathroom, so he didn't have to look at himself in the mirror. Just my digression, because it's for entertainment. And I'm making the digressions as I go. Yeah, he will have to change direction of his, but it will take a while, not right away. He will have to, someone smart will tell him, you have a choice. You can't go this direction. You have to be honest, and maybe Feds will tell him. And he will have to be in cooperation with someone else who will be guiding him how to reverse everything. I don't know if it's even reversible, because he lost the trust of the world. No one respects that. When someone is signing contracts and then breaking them, like he signed the tariffs with Canada and Mexico, and then 4 years later he is pulling them down because he can do that. Trump is saying it's time to get rich. Is it? related to the Wall Street, I believe. And probably if you can buy very low stocks now for very little, much less money than the stock was worth it, then it's a good time. Everything what goes down, it will go up. So we will see if people will be taking advantage. That will mean that the Wall Street is going up in prices. Yeah, there will be reason to celebrate. People will be happy. Magic could happen. And cheating could happen, but you can go to the top for the money. So I believe eventually people will start buying the stocks. And I don't know if it will be American stocks, but people will start buying. I will be afraid to buy American stocks, not knowing how that will be, and some places will be going bankrupt because not everyone will be able to produce stuff for little money. So the competitions from different countries will be a huge competition. When I was coming to Canada, in Poland, and I'm about 37 years in Canada, where I thought, I will be able to sew stuff. I had designing courses and few classes of sewing, and I knew how to. I took the course for people who can open boutique in Poland with services of sewing. So with my sister-in-law, she had the boutique, and I was going with her for the courses. So I was good with. I had abilities to sew, and I was working in Canada in the bride boutique. It was hard work, but I figured out very fast that it's not worth it. If someone spent $40 for the fabric and then they pay me minimum $40, which is really little for the dress, bride dresses, I made six of those dresses. 5 was easy. The 6th one, the girl was all the time fatter and fatter, and she was 16, and she didn't want the family to know that she's pregnant. So I was redoing and redoing. Eventually I asked her, "Are you pregnant?" And she said, "Don't tell anyone." So I make the bigger size for the next time, but it was so hard to redo it. And after that I said, no more. I'm not going to waste my life sewing because it's not worth it. You can buy cheaper outfit than I was making. And it is how it is. It's not worth it for I don't see American women sewing shirts or anything, or pants or jeans, because that competition is for other countries. Over there, the standard of life is cheaper, so they can make enough money to survive. Not in USA. And I had to quit working with my husband on jewelry, silversmithing, because the free trade with Mexico was open, and we knew that there is no way we can compete. Before the free trade, we were able to sell for reasonably good money silver jewelry, and we both were happy. That I remember, I thought, I want to do this for the rest of my life. We learned how to do it. We bought a studio, and then we lost the money on the studio. We still have the studio. And it was not worth it. So yes, I can't imagine that all the businesses will survive in USA. Sorry. So when you are investing in Wall Street, make sure that you know what they are producing, and if there is a ability to for Americans to compete on that avenue. And Kelly McCall, where will the tariffs money end up? In the valuation basket. A lot of those money will be losing value because of the tariffs. So that's what I saw it. Yeah, they will need to be treated like a patients. Good harvest, but partnerships, and it's always divided. When there is two partners, there is divided. So I'm not saying that everyone will have the ability to take everything. It will be divided probably in half. And you have partners, it's always half-half. Well, it can be 49 to 51 partnership, but Christine Crilly, 3172, can you please look at the focus tariffs? What the payoff and for who? Who put the bottom up to setting the I don't want to say who, and motivate him to do this very smart thing. I think it was Peter Navarro. And Peter Navarro knew that he is not an expert, so Rachel today said that he created an expert from his last name, Navarro. He make the kind of game. So he put the ideas to Don Don's head with the expert that no one knew. He created even website for him and email address, but it was him who was the creator. And it is something that Don believes, because he wanted all his life to believe that that's the medication for USA. It's not bad idea to create jobs in USA, but you have to know that the world is moving forward. Not every job will be good for Americans. AI jobs will be very good, but not every physical job, and he is saying middle class. I have doubts for that. I'm sorry. Yeah, he has to look upside down for different under different angle. Again, the intuition cards. And yeah, he has to be really focused that that job can be created and the tariffs can work. Otherwise, not every. He shouldn't put all the tariffs under the same umbrella for each country. And even McDonald's islands where there are only penguins, they will have to pay 10% of tariffs. Poor penguins, they will be charged for the eggs that they are bringing to this world. I don't know. Patty Palmer is asking, thank you both. Please keep me in your prayers. So, Patty, all the best to you. And anyone who is suffering, who is in some illness or uncomfort or feeling low or worry about the finances, because so many people will be now worried about that. Please get to the good energy bubble, and we want everyone to be in that bubble and protected and safe and happy and optimistic, because feeling optimistic is much needed this time. Will the innocent guy man in the Maryland who was accidentally taken to El Salvador be brought back to USA. And I saw him surviving in the jungle, the storm. It's not going to be easy, but he will survive. And he will make friends with animals. Yeah, unbelievable, but that's what I saw him coming with animals through the jungle and surviving. So miracles will happen. Will the rest of the world impose sanctions on El Salvador for having out the controversial camp and holding those people? No. People will go their own ways in Europe, other countries. They will not put the sanction on El Salvador. Thank you so much, and see you Monday with Cheryl at 11 Mountain Time on live stream. No one has to pay any money for to be participant of live stream. You are just watching like you are watching every video. Okay? Don't worry because someone wrote that. Oh, I'm not member. You are subscriber and that's enough. Okay? Thank you. Bye bye.